everyone, this is Nicholas Acosta and welcome to another video. This is gonna be the last video before iOS 11 is released. iOS 11 will be released tomorrow, and I want to let everyone know everything about the release and the time. So, iOS will be released 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern, you'll be able to install iOS 11 on your device. That's when iOS 11 will be released, along with watchOS 4.0 and tvOS 11. So you can, if you have an Apple Watch, you'll be able to update to watchOS 4.0. If you have an Apple TV, tvOS 11. And of course, your iPhone or iPad or your iPod Touch 6th generation to iOS 11. Now, I want to go over the devices that are going to support iOS 11 because a lot of apps that haven't been updated in more than 2 years are probably 32-bit apps, and any device like the 5S, the iPhone 5S and higher have 64-bit processors built into them. So, iOS 11 is a 64-bit operating system, and therefore the apps that'll be allowed to be submitted to the App Store will only be 64-bit. So, here you go. We're going to start off with the iPads. So, the iPad mini 2, 3, and 4, second, third, and fourth generation will be able to run iOS 11. The newest, the iPad Pro 2017, which is the 12.9, 9.7, the Pro models, the 10.5 inch, the 12.9 inch will support iOS 11. The 9.7 inch iPad Pro will also support iOS 11. Then you have the iPad Air 2 and the first generation iPad Air will also support iOS 11. Then you have the iPhone. I think the iPad 4. The iPad 4 will also support iOS 11, but I know the iPhone 5S, 6, 6 Plus, 6S, 6S Plus, 7, and 7 Plus will all support iOS 11 because it is a 64-bit device. Also, of course, the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and the new iPhone X will have iOS 11 pre-installed. And of course, the iPod Touch 6th generation. These are all 64-bit capable devices. Therefore, the only apps that will run from now on are 64-bit. If you have an app that you really enjoy, like one of my friends has YouTube Capture. Well, YouTube Capture hasn't been updated since 2013. And unfortunately, she won't be able to run it because that was a 32-bit app. And when you have a 32-bit app installed in iOS 11, you will get a warning telling you that the app isn't supported, and the only way it'll be supported is if the developer updates the app to support 64-bit architecture. But if the developer doesn't update the app will not show up in your purchases when installing iOS 11, and you'll just have to delete the app from the device. There are a lot of games, a lot of apps that were created for the visually impaired that aren't going to work in iOS 11. Hopefully, some of the developers will update Most of them probably won't, because a lot of the apps that were created, the developers don't they're not supporting the apps anymore, so therefore Apple isn't gonna put them make them available in iOS 11. As far as backing up, hopefully you listened to the video that I posted before posting that iOS 11 without the I was released. Of course, this is the book by Mosen Consulting. I just want to talk about that for just a little bit. The book comes in at over 41,000 words, just a little bit over 41,000 words, and from start to finish, there's 30 chapters. Yes, guys, 30 chapters. Everything from installing iOS to taking you through what's new with accessibility, voiceover, braille support, everything that's new with accessibility. Then it starts taking you through the mainstream features, drag and drop, a new redesign of the App Store, Apple Music, AirPlay 2. It takes you through the Files app for the iPad. It takes you through changes in settings, other changes in settings. It takes you through the new iMessages, the new Messages app. It takes you through the new dock in iOS. It takes you through the new drag and drop features when using VoiceOver. There is so much in this book that for just $19.95, you can get this into your hands. You can download this to your computer, read it on the iPhone or iPad using Voice Dream Reader, which is $10, $9.99 in the App Store. And I highly recommend that you get this book from Mosen Consulting. And if you get this book, you'll get the second edition of iOS 11 without the I for free. So the first, when you download iOS 11 without the I right now, towards the beginning of the book, I should say at the very, very beginning, they talk about, Jonathan talks about the iPhone X, but being that it was just released and it's not available, it's going to be available on October, sometime in October, the end of October. It's going to be available for pre-order, but it won't be available in stores till November 3rd. So Jonathan was able to write this book, and whatever he was able to get from the internet about the new iPhone X, he was able to put in the beginning of this first edition of iOS 11 without the I. But being that it'll be released on November 3rd, then he's either going to probably pre-order one, or he's going to get one on the day that it is released in the store. I don't know how he's going to do it, but all I know is that Mosen Consulting will be getting an iPhone X, and then that's when he'll have time to play around with it, look at the new voiceover accessibility features, and then he will be able to update iOS 11, and he'll be able to update the book and release iOS 11 without the I second edition for the iPhone X users. So that's all I want to let everyone know. And there are going to be some major new features in iOS 11. This is a major upgrade for everyone. So I highly recommend, please back up your data in iCloud or in iTunes. And I will be doing a demonstration of iOS 11 when it has been released. And within these next few days, you're going to be seeing a lot of new content uploaded to this channel. And I hope that you enjoy everything that I put up. And I know that, Jonathan, if you're listening or you run across one of my videos. I enjoy your content. I enjoy your audio tutorials. I enjoy Mosen Consulting. It's a great company. I also enjoyed reading iOS 11 without the I, and I will keep it on the iPhone in the Voice Dream Reader app. And if there's anything that I don't know how to do, I'll refer back to the book. But well done. Job well done. So just keep up the good work. And for those of you who are subscribed, just stay tuned. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so awesome. And don't forget to spread the news on his book. And don't forget to tell your family, your friends about Mosen Consulting. If you know anyone who uses a voiceover or who might own an iOS device, let them know about Mosen Consulting. And also let them know to subscribe to this channel because a lot of great content is going to be coming up within the next few days. Okay, everyone. Thank you.